November 16th, we see the New Age Outlaws get a win over Kurgan and Golga when Shaggy 2 Dope from ICP comes off the top rope and hits Golga with a chair. So much to talk about here. I'd love to have just an hour to break this down. If you want to go watch this shit show, it's November 16th on Raw on the WWE Network. Chat me up about Kurgan. What's your favorite Kurgan match, Bruce?
God, all of them. The one where he knocked out Robert Downey Jr. in the movie Sherlock Holmes. That's pretty much it. Robert Malay, Kurgan, too nice to be in the wrestling business.
Really?
Great. I mean, geez, just the nicest guy that you would ever want to meet. And just very friendly and giving and just a wonderful guy to sit and talk to. But just too nice for the wrestling business, in my opinion. He had a great look. And I always thought that he could have been a much bigger star, but he just had a plotting. He was a giant, but yet he wasn't anything more than that. He didn't have a lot of personality to go along with it. But a great guy.
Golga, help me understand. Earthquake was over like a rover once upon a time, 7 or 8 years prior to this. He's main eventing against Hulk Hogan. Obviously he's went on to, not necessarily greater things in WCW, but he's back here and you guys pitch him on fucking Golga. Chat me up on whose idea this was. I already know the answer, but I want to hear the story and, what you thought of, Golga.
Man, you don't even know. The original idea behind Golga was to be this deformed monster and kind of almost like a burlap sack outfit, pants that he was going to wear. And the mask was going to have a huge knot in it. Okay. So as you're looking at it, you're seeing this huge abnormal knot on the left side of his head. And you're thinking, oh my God. And you tell the story about how disfigured this guy is and what must be under that mask. So we knew Tenta could work and he had run the gamut. He had been Earthquake, he'd been the Natural Disasters. He had been the Shark down in WCW. And Vince was looking for some way to hide so they didn't go, oh, that's the Shark from WCW or that's Earthquake. He felt that he had already used up as much as he could get out of the Earthquake character and thought that John with this Golga gimmick would give him new life. Well, the mask didn't work out the way that we wanted it to. The damn bulge would move when he would work. Then somebody had a great, absolutely wonderful idea that I said, what if every time he came out, the bump was in a different spot on his head? And again, you got to be careful what you suggest sometimes. I love it. But it just didn't work. Nobody bought it because after a while he would sweat and the bump was kind of like a foam deal and it would flatten out as the match went on. So it just didn't work. To make him an oddity. And that was Vince Russo's idea to put Kurgan and Golga and all the oddities together.
Chat me up when you guys sit down a guy like Earthquake who had been really over for you before and you pitch this fucking gimmick. What's his response? How does he take to this idea?
The original Golga idea he really liked because it was a way to kind of hide his identity and allow him to do a whole new character. Once that really didn't get over. And then they started with the goofy Cartman stuff and the goofiness. I just think that's where it went downhill. I will stand by. I do think it could have worked if we could have created a monster out of it. It didn't.
Did you
and I'll take part of I'll take the blame for that one.
Send your hate tweets to at Bruce Prichard.
Don't hate me.
Did you have any sort of working relationship? Obviously at the time, 98, 99, maybe even 97. South Park is just on fire and are one of the hottest brands, especially for licensing and toys and silliness, and ratings are through the roof, and they're just crushing. And now you guys are too. So it feels like something you guys would have been able to work out, but are you just carrying the Cartman doll out there, or do you guys have some sort of working relationship? And are you guys participating in any sort of promotion that you provide South Park?
No, but we sure wish we would have. We tried to get our guys on South Park and try and do an episode, WWE Superstars on South Park. That never really came to fruition, but it was a way to capitalize on the popularity of the cartoon.
So they didn't want anything to do with you guys? South Park was too embarrassed to associate with wrestling?
No, we did the stuff with Isaac Hayes and Salty Balls and had him come perform. What a miserable prick he was too. But it was trying to do something, and they had their own thing. So
do you remember what Golga's shirt had on it? I know it had Cartman, but do you remember what Cartman's shirt and the word below it said?
I don't, but you tell me what it is, and I'm going to tell you another sidebar on the whole Cartman t-shirt story.
Beefcake.
Well, yeah. You know why?
Because of Brutus the fucking Barber Beefcake.
No, because Beefcake's over, man.
Oh God.
But Jim Cornette would always wear t-shirts to work when he would go work at Vince's house, and he always would have these. Huh?
He still does. He came to your show wearing a t-shirt with his face on it, and then he showed his penis to the crowd.
Well, that's with his face on it, and he's selling those, and you can get those over at jimcornette.com. But he would wear like these Cartman things with these silly sayings on them, and Vince would always get tickled by the sayings that Cornette had on his shirt. And we're like, what do you got on your shirt today? God damn it. That's some funny stuff. They should do like a little cartoon and put that shit on TV. God damn, it's Cartman. I like it. You've given him a name.
Wait, you're not freestyling being funny. This is real.
No, I'm just a funny motherfucker, man.
Wait, help me understand. He didn't know what South Park was?
I think Vince, after he saw, he had to be shown what South Park was.
What do you think?
I don't get it. Who's Kenny?
And why
if they kill him, how can he be on TV?
Well, see, he's the Undertaker, Vince, and Paul Bear. Anyway, talk to me about ICP here. Shaggy 2 Dope coming off the top rope to hit Golga with a chair, allowing the New Age Outlaws to get the win. Insane Clown Posse in the WWE, that's a Vince Russo call?
100%.
What's your favorite memories of working with old Shaggy 2 Dope and Violent J?
When I knew it was the last time we were working with them.
Did they rub you the wrong way, or you just didn't think they belonged there?
I didn't think they belonged there. They were actually decent guys, and they are decent guys. They came in initially, and the thing was, we wanted to make sure that they could deliver in the ring. So they had to come in and they had to work with my brother Tom and see what they could do, what they were capable of, because we didn't want them getting hurt on our watch. And more importantly, we didn't want them hurting any of our guys doing things, because we had seen some of the matches they had. They weren't good. They didn't appear to know what the hell they were doing. They had never been properly trained. So when the suggestion was made to bring them in, it was like, okay, but they're going to have to come in. They're going to have to go to the studio, go to the warehouse, and be trained properly, or at least see what they know before we can put them in the ring. And that's what they did. And when they first came in, they were like, oh yeah, man, I do this and I do this move. And it's like, show me how you lock up.
Right.
And it was that, but they did it. They came in, they took their bumps, and they put the work in. So hats off to them. I just didn't think that, I didn't know who the